let's go now to politics. Thaksin's niece faces the political ban.
Correct. And the National Anti-Corruption Commission, or NACC, has asked the Supreme Court's Criminal Division for holders of political positions to bar Pheu Thai MP Chinisha Wongsavat, the niece of former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawat, from political office for 5 years after she failed to reveal the full extent of her liabilities when taking office as an MP. Now, Kun Chinisha, a Pheu Thai MP for Chiang Mai, is the daughter of former Prime Minister Somchai Wongsavat and his wife Yawapa, who is the younger sister of Kun Thaksin.
And investigators found that when Ms. Chinisha submitted a declaration of her assets and liabilities to the NACC on January 22nd of 2008, upon being elected as an MP for Chiang Mai, she failed to include it in a debt of 100 million baht that she owed businessman Banapot Damapong, who is the stepbrother of Thaksin's wife. Now, she didn't report the debt to the NACC until October 31st of 2008, which is more than 8 months after she took office. So she's been penalized for this, and she did not declare the debt in the first place because she says that she didn't know that she was required to do so until the Asset Scrutiny Committee, the graph panel that was set up after the September 2006 coup, had ruled on whether to unfreeze that money or not.
So the NACC has decided that her reasoning was not credible and decided the MP had intentionally submitted the false declaration of her assets and liabilities, so they decided to file the petition against her.
And over to other issues here, the Freed Red Shirt leaders, they are going to go where it was pretty much expected. But Kundonsani, you're in jail for a while, a scenario here.
Right.
When you come out, where would you go?
I would come to Morning Focus and do a victory dance. And
oh, you would?
Yes, I would.
Sounds very exciting indeed. Okay. Well, anyways, I would say go to the spa, or maybe they would go to the golf course. But they're out and about, and they're happy to go back on the stage because all 7 leaders of the United Front for Democracy Against Dictatorship, who were released on bail earlier this week, will appear on stage at the Democracy Monument during the planned Red Shirt rally, March the 12th. Now, the rally would mark the first anniversary of the start of the Red Shirt UDD protest last year, in which all the 7 released leaders are scheduled to address the crowd.
And Deputy Prime Minister for Security Affairs Suthep Thauksuban said the release of the bail of the red shirt leaders should lead to an improvement in the political situation. He said, and this is a quote, "I do not hope that the released core leaders of the UDD will help by discussing with their red shirt supporters ways to ease the political tension to allow the country to move ahead to election mode."
And House Speaker Chai Chit-chop also is thinking positive, saying that the release of the UDD leaders was good for all parties involved. It's good because the released red shirt leaders can now freely express their point of view, and that should make them feel more relieved. And otherwise, you know, they'll be coming out, these sudden outbursts, not being very happy. The House Speaker also said that the UDD leaders were free to join the future red shirt rallies as the law will allow the freedom of expression. However, he did also warn that the red shirts have to be aware that the Internal Security Act that is still in place in several districts throughout Bangkok.
And the chairman of National Reconciliation Committee, Kanit Nakhon, yesterday said the release of the red shirt leaders was the first step in the right direction towards national reconciliation. However, the New Politics Party Secretary General Surya Saikata Sila yesterday slammed the government's push for reconciliation with the red shirts despite a risk to undermine the judiciary. He said, and this is a quote, "If the release of red leaders is part of the reconciliation process, then this is an unforgivable mistake."
And Kun Suriyasai said the government could not deny that it had orchestrated state witness, including Deputy Prime Minister Sanan Khaton Prasad, to testify in favor of bail for the UDD leaders. Now, let's quickly go and take a look at the comments. What are they saying about the release? Daily News.
Yes, Today questions whether the release of the red shirt leaders is the best way to achieve national reconciliation. It said even though the release has removed the doubts of double standards within the Thai judiciary system, system. It has raised new questions that whether it was the right move to release the UDD leader while their protest remains alive.
Another editorial says that actually the red shirt leaders could turn their back on their promises to help restore peace and order of the exiled big boss. Then start off with that, and then there will be fresh rounds of violence in the near future. We'll keep monitoring the situation and reporting to you on that.